Hey guys, it's Sam from Sammy's Reviews, and in today's video I'm super excited. This is the most exciting video I've done ever because it is something that I've seen a lot on YouTube and on the internet, but I was so jealous of people who had all these amazing stuff and I didn't know how to put my hands on some of these stuff. Today I'm gonna be showing you my vinyl collection, but before I get into these stuff, I would like to give you the history of physical form of music in Egypt, because it is one hell of a story and I really am so freaking proud of how much I'm able to collect, and I want to share them with you. First off, there is little to no culture about the physical form of music here in Egypt. People do not own vinyls, CDs, records, cassette tapes. These stuff are not available for you to purchase because it's very expensive, and usually people here like to listen to their music online. It's the easiest and the cheapest way you can do that. So finding a physical form of music is not only expensive as hell but also rare as hell. But there are very few specific places here that I'm gonna call them vintage thrift stores for music, where they have vintage old records, vinyls and CDs and cassette tapes and all these stuff. They're usually second hand, most likely 100% they're second hand. But not only are these stuff still very expensive, but their collection is very limited. We're only talking about records from the 60s and the 70s. It's very hard to put your hands on anything later than that. And if you want modern music, like if you heard an album last year and you want to own it, that's impossible that you can find it in any of these places. So you can either buy from these thrift shops and be okay with that. You can go with this route, or you can order online, which is the most costly and the most expensive thing that you can ever do. Shipping costs twice as much as the record. The record is so expensive and it's very fragile, so you're kind of very not sure about the safety of the record, and it's a very dangerous thing because you usually prepay. And let me mention that it takes forever for the record to actually arrive. What I'm trying to say, or what I'm trying to do, is to brag about how proud I am of all these things that I'm able to collect and from my collection. I know it's very small compared to other people that they have shelves and shelves of vinyls on display, but I'm gonna do with what I can. Now I'm done with the history of physical music in Egypt. Let me talk to you about why and how I got to know the culture of vinyls and how I was able to get my hands on some of these stuff. And you're gonna see very new records. Up until a few years ago, I didn't know that I can buy vinyls. I've only seen vinyls on the internet, vinyl collections and stuff like that, but I didn't know that I can put my hands on stuff like these. Until one day, a few years ago, I was just surfing the internet and I found a post on Facebook of a local shop that's asking for a couple of people to come and organize a vinyl record collection. And not only that, the best part was that you get to be paid through vinyls, not actual money. So you can just go and work and then you're gonna get a vinyl at the end. And let me mention, it was only a one-day job. I checked when was that, and it was only 1 hour away. I called my friends and I told them, look, I really want to go there and let's go there. It's gonna be an adventure and all that. And we actually went. Now this is the most important day of my life, music-wise. I got introduced to a whole new world. I went to a place that has hundreds and thousands of vinyls. They are all over the place. They are like on the ceiling and on the walls for decorations, and I felt like, why do I not know these stuff from before? I'm gonna call it an antique shop because it has like very old stuff. It had record players and 45s and vinyls and CDs and gramophones and all these amazing things. The surprise was, when I went there, I actually found at least 20 people there who share my passion for music, and who, some of them know this place and they regularly go there, so I got to know more about this place. We sat the entire day. We organized the vinyls according to their genres. It was so much fun. I got to know so much more about music and so much more about musicians. And the most exciting thing happened, which is the payment time. I got to choose a vinyl that I want. So here are the two vinyls that I chose to get paid for, and these are my very first vinyls ever. Here it is. It's the soundtrack of Mary Poppins. This was the most exciting thing ever. I felt so happy just owning this. And it's in a very poor condition. Let me show you. It's very, very bad. I'm looking at it in the viewfinder and it's even worse in person. It's very yellow and everything is torn apart, but the actual vinyl is in excellent condition, so this is what actually matters, and this vintage style gives it more character. Second thing was, and I believe this is one of the best things I own, it is a box set by Tchaikovsky, and it's a box set, so you open it and it has how many? I guess 2, 3, 4 vinyls. They're all in perfect condition. The box set is in perfect condition and I'm so happy and honored to have this. I was too happy that I decided to Google where is the nearest vinyl shop, and actually, ironically, I found a vinyl shop that's only a few blocks away. So my friends and I walked to there. You know what's the great coincidence is that it was his very first day opening up. So it just felt like all the stars aligned. It was such an exciting time. So I actually bought from him 2 very special records to my heart, and I'm gonna tell you why right now. First off, I got this amazing, it's the Star Wars soundtrack. I just saw R2-D2 and C-3PO and I felt like I had to put my hands on these things. I was so happy, I was so excited, and I mean, like, you can never go wrong with Star Wars. I can listen to this soundtrack until I die. I have no problem doing that. So I put my hands on these, and the second record is something that's so important to me, and let me tell you why. So when I went there, I found this A Hard Day's Night by the Beatles, and it was in perfect condition. The vinyl almost hasn't been played before, and look at this. How awesome is that? But I haven't listened to the Beatles before then. I only, I know like the hits and the singles and all that, but I never actually was a hardcore Beatle fan. So when I went home, this was the push I needed. I went home and I listened to, I started listening to the entire discography of the Beatles, and of course the Beatles is my favorite band of all time, so I really have a very special place in my heart for this day because it introduced me to the Beatles. Now you can imagine how happy I was going home with all these vinyls and got introduced to all these amazing communities. I was so happy. So this was only the beginning of my journey with vinyls. Vinyls is a hunt and you have to be all eyes because there's like very weird and unique things that you can get your hands on. Anyway, I'm not gonna talk more than that. I'm not gonna be rambling about each and every vinyl I have. I'm gonna let you just enjoy the beauty of the vinyls and let me show you the rest of the collection. I'm gonna show you 2 records for Bob Dylan. So, of course, this I stumbled upon it on the Facebook Marketplace and I couldn't believe that someone is parting ways with Highway 61. I really don't know how. But look at this, it's in excellent condition and I was obsessed with Bob Dylan at that time, so it was only the icing on the cake. I felt so happy, and look at it from behind. How awesome is that? Second off, we have Empire Burlesque by Bob Dylan. I know this is not one of his best albums, but it was such a steal with a very good price, so I had no problem. And the record is in excellent condition as well. So here, I'm gonna show you 3 records by Pink Floyd, of course. I have The Wall, and let me show you this record because this is one of the most beautiful records I own. First off, it's very plain, it only has The Wall. When you open it, look at these artwork. If you don't know why you should buy vinyls, it's because you get to enjoy not only the best form you can listen to music in, it's literally like the way you should listen to music, but also you get to have all these beautiful artworks and all these unique things that makes you very happy and very proud that you own all this stuff. Look at these details. Not only that, but the actual sleeve has the entire lyrics of the album. It's amazing. Of course, look at the record. It has the sticker. It has, I don't know if it's focusing, but it has that. And also the second, because this is a double LP, the other record has the rest of the lyrics. I'm not gonna bore you with it, but here's the wall. Here we have The Darkest Side of the Moon. This was in good condition, I would say. It had an amazing price. It was such a steal. I was so happy to find it. Finally, by Pink Floyd. Look at this masterpiece. This is an awesome album, and I've actually stumbled upon a few of these vinyls here, but they were so expensive. They were really overpriced because, I mean, this is like one of the best albums by Pink Floyd, so I know why. I got this for a very good price, and I'm really happy I got my hands on Wish You Were Here. Second off, let me show you the 2 records for David Bowie that I own. First off, this is the most exciting thing ever. I know I say this about every single record, but really, they are the most exciting things ever. This is Ziggy Stardust by David Bowie, and it's a gatefold as well. It has the lyrics. So happy to own this. And this one, this was quite a story. I found this record. It was not in a very good condition at all. It was warped and it clicks and cracks over the vinyl. So the owner actually was kind enough to give it to me for a very, very, very cheap price. And the artwork is mesmerizing. Like, look at these colors, they pop, and it's full of details. The more you look at it, the more details you absorb. And it's a gatefold. So let me show you that. It has sketches. Here's Bowie. And the sleeve is awesome. It's not the actual sleeve of the vinyl, but it has some artists that I should check out, but I didn't. So, remember when I told you that I love the Beatles? Yeah, you do. So I made it a point to collect Beatles record as much as I can. Whenever I find a Beatles record, I make sure it's mine. So, let me show you what I have. I was a very lucky gal because someone was selling my 2 favorite Beatles record ever, and I got them on the very same day. I got Abbey Road in an excellent condition. I don't believe this has ever been played, maybe once or twice, but look at these. It's amazing. And the second record, Revolver. I love this album. I love this album so much. It maybe is my favorite album for the Beatles. I don't know yet. But look at these details. Look at this. Next up, I have a weird vinyl. But it's Help. It sounds normal here. It's Help by the Beatles. But it's in Italian. It's an Italian press. It's not the Italian album. I mean, just an Italian press. But I was so excited to find this, I had to get it. And look at this. Oh my god, it's a shot from one of the tours and it's amazing. Look at this. This is such a unique edition. I've never seen an Italian pressing in Egypt here for the Beatles. Next off, I have Rubber Soul. Again, in excellent condition. I love this album so much. I actually managed to get it around the same time I was listening to the album, so I was so excited for this one. Look at this. Such detailed stuff. I told you, like, just owning the vinyl makes the album so much better because you get to see all these details and all these photos, and it feels like very close to you. Next off, I have Beatles for Sale. I actually got this again secondhand from the Facebook Marketplace, just randomly, and it's in a fair condition. Look at this. So freaking cool. It's taped from here because it's cut, so it's not in a very good condition, but I mean, like, you get what you pay for, and I paid a little, so it's totally okay. Next off, I have the White Album. Now that's an album for the Beatles that I thought I can never get my hands on. Not only that, if I got my hands on it, it's gonna be very expensive because it's a double LP album for the Beatles. But I managed to get this one in a laughable price. I love this. I don't know if you can see, but it says the Beatles right there. That's the only thing that it has from the outside. Nothing else. But when you open it, You found Ringo and George and John and Paul. And here it has just some details about the record. Something very cool I like to see when I get my Beatles record is the Apple logo that they have on their vinyl. Such a cool thing. Here I have Let It Be by the Beatles, but the actual vinyl is in excellent condition, but the actual cover is in a bad condition. I would say this is bad. It's really discolored from everywhere. That doesn't bother me at all. Actually, it gives it character. Look at like the actual ring of the vinyl inside it, but nevertheless amazing. The final album of the Beatles that I have, because I still have some of their collections, is it's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band, and this is amazing. It actually has my name on it because I reserved it. But let me show you, because this is just amazing. I wanted to special order this one because I didn't think we're gonna find it here in Egypt, but actually, like, I found it. I don't know how. Let me show you the details first. These are all the lyrics, and amazing. But when you open it, that's when things get really interesting. Look at this. This photo has been my wallpaper of my computer for like at least 3 years. This is amazing. I love this. I love it. It's so amazing. But let me show you the most exciting thing ever. When you open it here, you get to have like the original stuff that came with the album. Look at this. These are cutouts and stuff. The final 2 Beatles records that I own are these 2. It's the 20 Golden Hits by the Beatles. It has amazing songs, let me tell you. It has She Loves You and All You Need Is Love and Penny Lane and Lady Madonna, Paperback Writer, Tickets to Ride, Help, Something. I already own all of these in their actual forms, but this looks amazing and it's written in gold. Love this. Final record is this one. It's the Beatles Rock and Roll Music. Again, a collection of their songs, but it's double LP. It's very large. Look at this. It's amazing. And what's cool is here are the band members, and here are their backs. And this is like the hand that's holding the vinyl. It's so cool. Now, I think we're done with the Beatles. Let me get to the rest of the vinyls. Next off, I was so happy when I found this album. It's Fleetwood Mac's Rumours, because this is one of the best albums ever. Every single song in this album is 10 out of 10, and especially Chains and Dreams, my 2 favorite songs of this album. It's amazing. It's in an amazing condition. And look at the band members. It looks amazing. I really was excited to find this. However, I actually found like at least 5 copies of this ever since I bought it. So I don't know why it's abundant here. Another very unique thing I own is the West Side Story soundtrack. But that's not what it's unique about. Look at this. It has... it's a book from the inside. First, you got like some shots from the movie and some information about it. And then... when you get to the actual record is here in a sleeve that's very interesting. It's full of covers. I didn't show you from the back, so check this out. Amazing. Next off, I got a bunch of records together, so let's get through them. We have Blondie Parallel Lines. This is a very influential album and it's excellent. I was so happy to get my hands on this. It's very vintage. I think this record is from the year the actual album came out in. Look at this. I love the stripes. It's very cool. Along with it, I got the very best of the ABBA. I love how funky and colorful this cover is. It's also a gatefold and it has the ABBA. And from behind, I also got 2 very random, but the reason I got them is because they were very cheap and I really wanted to get some vinyls, maybe to decorate my room, but I couldn't get part with it, so here we are. I have like this amazing Barbie Dance Party soundtrack. I love this. This is so vintage. Like, this is amazing. You only see this in like thrift stores. It looks amazing. and it's in excellent condition. So next off, I have LUS. I just got this very recently. This is a very weird find. I found this record, 21 Pilots Blurry Face. This is, let me show you first. This album I was obsessed with this album for the longest time when I was a teenager, and I loved it. This is very influential on my personality, and the details, look, these are cutouts, details of all these things inside the vinyl. I had to get my hands on it. Even if I look at this, it's amazing, and it's a gatefold. It's always exciting when they are gatefolds. So minimalistic and beautiful. The combination of the black and white gives it so much character. But do you want to know what's the most exciting thing ever? I guess you do. Look at the record. The sleeve is black. It's a black, and it has only the logo on it. This is amazing. But the most exciting thing is you get to actually swap these things. Like, look at this. Look at this. Because these things are actually red, not on the actual cover. So that's very cool. Not only that, but the actual thing, this paper, has the lyrics on it, because that's very exciting. Oh my god. I also have Band on the Run's album. Look at this. It's amazing. But I'm gonna show you something so cool. Let me show you the back first. But here, right here, it says Paul would like to thank Linda, and Linda would love to thank Paul. That's so cool. On the very first day I got the vinyls I told you about, I forgot to mention that I purchased something for Mozart. It was in a very bad condition. It's supposed to be a double LP, but it only has one. It has the 40th Symphony, I guess, and it has like some information about Mozart. Here I found Thriller by Michael Jackson. This is, for me, my favorite album for Michael Jackson. I also want to get my hands on Bad, but the opportunity hasn't come yet. It's so beautiful, and look at this. So amazing. Actually, it has a song that is a feature from Paul McCartney. I know this is not one of the best songs in the album. It's actually bad, but you never get to listen to Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson twice. Last two albums before getting into my favorite part of my collection are, there are actually three. These three I got together. First off, we have Japanese compositions of music and soundtracks. It's ambient and it's very eerie, and I was listening to Nicholas Jar and I was listening to Kelly Lee Owens and all that when I purchased this, so I wanted something with the same vibe, and I loved the cover, all these like zigzags and illusions and the hot pink font. So cool. Next off, we have Golden Continental Tango. It's a soundtrack that has tango tunes, if you will. Finally, I got this funky vinyl. It has some rock songs, but look at this. It's so beautiful. It's called exactly Rock to the Jukebox. So cool. My favorite part. Are you ready? Are you ready? Because I am. Okay, so if you have seen my channel in any way, shape or form, you know that I don't stop talking about King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Each and every single music video I have has this. I ordered this from outside and it's in brand new condition. I am the very first owner of this, and it makes me so happy saying that. It's Nanagan Infinity by King Gizzard. It's a gatefold that has the entire members inside. Look at Stu, Ambrose. It's amazing. And from the behind it has the song list with a bunch of artwork. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And look at this gatefold. Oh my god, isn't this the best thing ever? Isn't this the best thing ever? I remember I wanted to buy this album specifically to own this amazing artwork from Stu Mackenzie. And from behind it has the Nanagan figure, and it has the members and all that. amazing, amazing, amazing. This is the most exciting thing I've ever owned, ever. Again, I say that about every single thing, but I don't know who's keeping count. Okay, so these entire 4 vinyls, I got them at the very same day. I found someone who's taking orders to get things from abroad and stuff like that. So I ordered my 4 favorite albums ever. I say that a lot, but absolutely something that I'm very sure of is that OK Computer is my favorite album of all time, and I get to put my hands on it. I'm so happy to own OK Computer by Radiohead. This is my very first Radiohead vinyl. I don't intend to stop anytime soon. This is brand new. It has the lyrics in sort of, I don't know, decoding stuff, like it's computer-like. And here there's like the album list. It's amazing. This is my very favorite album of all time, and I just can't describe the feeling I had when I put my hands on these. To go along with the OK Computer, I ordered my second favorite album by Radiohead, and sometimes when I'm in the mood it's my favorite, In Rainbows. This is the most exciting thing ever. It has like a very, I don't know, sharp edge to it. I love this. It has the Radiohead list in a very cool lettering, and when you open it, the lyrics are on the cover in the best way possible. This is an amazing album, an amazing album. Jigsaw Falling into Place is my favorite song for Radiohead, and I'm so happy I own this. Next off, this is a very recent favorite. I was scared to call it the favorite, but this is not gonna change. I made up my mind. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. It's the why. I still even didn't like want to remove the dust jacket because it has some amazing things. It's Wise Blood Titanic Rising album with a beautiful cover and a beautiful back cover that has the song list. It's beautiful, really. Here, when you open it, it has the Wise Blood picture, and it has a lot of things and details about the album. This is an excellent album. It's very recent, I know. It's only a couple of years old, but this is really worth it. If you haven't heard Wise Blood, because not a lot of people know her, she is one of a kind, really. The final record. We are here. Oh my god, I just saw it in the viewfinder. I got so excited. So this is Neutral Milk Hotel's album. This album is a must. If you like music in any way, shape or form, you have to listen to this album. Really, it can't get better than this in music. Look at these amazing details, and when you open it, the gatefold is, oh my god, how gorgeous. Look at these details. Like, look at this. Like, honestly, I don't know like what better things exist in the world. Look at the song list. It's written in the most beautiful font ever. I don't know what to say. This is one of the best albums of all time, and I really, you're losing a lot if you haven't heard Neutral Milk Hotel's album. So this has been my vinyl record collection. I really know that I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. I'm very proud of each and every single album I own. It took a lot of hard work and a lot of patience to get my hands on them. I have very unique things and very little amount, but all of them are very close to my heart and I choose them. So I really hope that you loved this collection. Please tell me like what's your favorite form to listen to music, and if you have vinyl record collection, which one do you recommend me to buy? And thank you so much for watching. This has been my favorite video to film and probably the longest video to film, but thank you so much for watching. Bye.